Hey everyone, how are we doing? Welcome back, and please welcome my friend Gustavo. How are we doing?
Good man. I'm excited.
Really?
It's gonna be my first time in a podcast, so I never done it before.
Oh, okay. I hope it's gonna be fun. I'm sure it's gonna be fun. Because we had too much conversation before. It's always fun, always controversial. So I hope people like it, and please enjoy. If you enjoy it, like the podcast, like the episode, subscribe, share, and doing all of the stuff. Back to Gustavo. Gustavo, you are from Guatemala, right?
Correct.
So how long you been here in the States?
I've been here for about 13 years.
13?
13.
Okay. Do you like it so far here?
Yeah. I like most of the stuff that I found when I moved to the States.
Okay.
Of course, there's not a single country that is perfect. You know, I might find stuff that I dislike, but that will be the very minimum. You know, I would say like I like most of the stuff that I see and live over here.
Okay. Is it huge difference between here and Guatemala?
I don't want to say it's a huge, but yeah, it's a substantial difference. Um, First of all, the language. Of
Okay.
course.
But you really in Florida don't really have this problem too much. If you went to Miami, people speak Spanish more than English. So
Maybe Miami, but not Jacksonville. When I
Okay.
first moved to Jacksonville, yeah, like
It's not really
no,
true.
no,
Okay.
definitely not. If you don't speak English, you cannot communicate with no one over here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's even the way that you measure distance. Over here we use miles.
Okay.
Back home we use kilometers.
Oh, that's
You
it.
know.
It's only place
Also,
here.
they use inches and
Uh-huh.
feet. We use centimeters and meters.
Okay.
So adapting to that, it's a little bit shock. Actually, it's a cultural shock. I probably gonna say that word a lot of times over here because that's actually what happened. I guess to any immigrant that moves to a different country, you're always gonna have that shock, the cultural shock. Because I feel whenever you live in your country, in your home country, you live in a bubble, you
Okay.
know, in a comfort zone. Once you move out of that bubble and you face a different reality, it's shocking sometimes. And that happens to me. I'm not sure that happens to you.
It's always
You know?
happened. Yeah, it's always happening to the people who coming from a different lifestyle, especially from third world country to the States. It's a huge difference. But I feel you adapted it very quickly, I guess, right? Or you had a
Yeah, maybe it took me. I will say it took me about a year to adapt
okay,
to the country. Yeah,
okay,
because like I said, I barely spoke any English when I moved to the States.
okay.
I didn't have a car. I didn't have friends. I didn't even have a job. You know,
Okay.
so it was very very hard for me. I spent a couple weeks very lonely. You know, because I didn't know how to interact with people when I
Okay.
first got here.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
Do you had this homesick, like you want to go back home, or ever felt I'm done, I want to leave and go back home?
Yeah, the first few years, yeah. I don't feel it as of right now.
Now you don't.
No, of course, I still love my home country because I think we still got like a really beautiful stuff. Not just the culture, but when it comes to the landscape, the history, we have a lot of beautiful stuff. But at this moment, I might be wrong, but I think it happens to a lot of immigrants that I feel like I don't belong there and I don't belong here. I'm in the middle.
I have this problem also.
You know,
sometimes,
like
yeah.
you feel like you don't belong to nowhere right now.
I know. I sometimes I feel lost. Like you lost your home there, and still you didn't find your home here. So somewhere in between, I have this problem now. When I go to
Right.
Egypt, I'm always feeling I'm a visitor. You know, I'm visiting my family in their house, and when I come here, I didn't have a house yet. So I'm in the between. You know, so I don't know.
No, and something else is when you speak two languages, sometimes you want to communicate, and it tends and it happens that I forget how to say one word in both languages. I'm like, how you say that? Or maybe you're talking in Spanish and you bring the word in English. Like, no, I want to bring the Spanish.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. And sometimes it feels awkward, you know?
So in the first a few years, you would having this feeling in the beginning, you wanna leave, but now not anymore.
No, don't get me wrong. I feel like I would love when I get older and I get retired. I would love to move back home.
You would wanna go back home?
When I get retired,
Okay.
I really love the countryside,
Okay.
and my biggest dream will be to have a farm where I can either, have animals, or if I'm blessed to have enough money, I would like to adopt as many kids as my money allow me to do it.
But you can't do this here?
I don't know. It will be complicated, and I don't want to sound wrong, but I feel like the U.S. government helps a lot with kids, while back home we don't have the same help. So I would love to adopt kids and
helping kids there,
right? And not just helping, like actually adopting them and giving them a safe place where they can grow and they can learn. They can be a good citizens. That will be my biggest dream, and it will be a dent that I would love to put on the universe.
Okay. How long do you think you need until you make this dream?
Like I said, whenever I get retired, I will say whenever I reach 60s.
Okay.
Hopefully I still can be healthy and still have energy to do it. I mean, because I already got the passion for the kids. I love kids,
But I don't see you. Do you are trying to build a family now, or not really?
Yeah,
in the plan now.
I don't think it's something that. I mean, of course, it's something that I would love to have my own family, right? But it's something that I will let it just pass. Like if that happens.
Okay.
But it's not something that I'm gonna be constantly pursuing it. I don't know that.
Is it because you find something hard to find here, or why you think it's like you let it until it come? Like why you are not trying to make it?
I feel like the best connections are when you are least expecting it.
Okay.
I feel it. Because if you try to pursue it, I feel like you're forcing it.
Okay.
So it's better just to let it
come when it comes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let it happen.
I can see that.
So
I feel it's sometimes when you keep going and looking for it, it's being harder to find.
Right.
And sometimes you fall for the wrong people because you thought, okay, I'm ready to settle down and seems good, so you fall for a wrong one.
And something else, I feel like also if you got that in your mind all the time, you create expectations. And if you don't fulfill those expectations, you might fall into depression.
Okay.
That's the way I feel. So,
have you ever fallen into this kind of depression?
No, I don't think I ever been depressed. I feel like I was kind of like deep sad. I felt like deep sadness.
Because of?
But depression, I don't think I ever suffered from depression.
Why you feel you been sad before?
When I first moved to the States.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Because life back home was a bit different in a sense that in my community, I knew all the kids.
Okay.
So right after the school, we eat lunch and we were free to play outside. So all my friends come and knock at the door, or I go and knock at their door, and we start playing soccer, football, soccer, or we do all kind of playing with our bicycles, running.
Spending all the day together.
So that was something that when I first moved to the States, it doesn't happen. So yeah, getting to know people was a bit harder.
Okay, I can see that. But do you like growing up in Guatemala, or you wish to be growing up here?
I had a very beautiful childhood. It was poor. I had a poor childhood, but it was very good. I think my parents made all the effort that they can put on to make my childhood good.
Okay.
I lacked of having toys.
Mm-hmm.
I lacked of maybe being able to buy snacks all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, candies. When you're a kid, you want to eat candies, snacks. Maybe my parents couldn't afford that for me, but my dad especially tried to spend very quality time with me.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he works 12 hours almost every day, you know, he still made time for me to spend
Time with you.
So, yeah, I feel that was a great time. I would not change that time of my life.
Would you describe it like in a few words? Can you describe the childhood?
Um, it's like I said, the way I describe it is, it was great.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I lacked of the economical means to do more stuff, but I don't regret it.
Mm-hmm.
If I have to go through my childhood again, I'll say that I happily go back and do it one more
Would
time.
you change anything in it? Or would you wish?
Well, the only two changes that I will do, if I could, I think my dad was a little bit stricter than normal. Like he was
Strict?
Strict. He
Okay.
was very strict. And if I could have more like economical means to to do more stuff in my childhood, buy more toys. Remember when I was a kid, the Hot Wheel cars, they were very popular.
Okay.
I always wanted to have one, but my dad couldn't
Afford.
buy me one. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, but other than that, honestly, I would not change nothing because that taught me to be humble. So yeah.
I think whatever happening at this time, it shaped you to be the person who you are now.
Yeah. Most likely.
So changing it, you don't know how it's gonna affect you now. So I don't think changing anything would make it better.
No, and it is making me appreciate what I have right now. Right now I feel like I got more economical means, but I made me appreciate everything that I have right now. I made me appreciate my health, where I live right now, the car that I drive, everything. I make you, when you come from that childhood, or when you come to another country that is poor, that make you appreciate what you have right now.
Yeah.
And honestly, I can say thank you to the United States, because I feel like this country can provide you opportunities. So.
Do you believe in the American dream, or they used to say that?
Yeah, I think that the American dream could be possible, but you have to put the effort. You have to put the work.
But too many people get into this circle and they lost. Being working, paying bills, paying rent, paying mortgage,
right.
It's a circle of bills.
Okay, I feel like I was following this guy. He's a socialist.
Okay.
Socialist, and he was criticizing capitalism, saying that capitalism is a trap.
Okay.
I feel like capitalism is more like a game, and people who fall on that trap that you were talking about, like working, paying mortgage, is because they don't know how to play the game. They don't know the rules. Once you learn the rules, you can, I don't want to say escape from it, but you can play better. This game that is called capitalism.
What is the rules?
A simple rule is you cannot spend more money that you make.
Okay.
So that's very simple rule. But honestly, I don't want to mention names, but I know personally friends that they live above their means.
Okay.
And they're always complaining. But they are hurting themselves. If they can lower the way they live.
The expenses, daily expenses? Okay.
So, like I said, in order to beat the game or to win the game is to start, first of all, lowering the amount of money you spend every month. And start trying to save some extra money.
Okay.
That will be the first thing that I will think it works.
It will help. Yeah, the American dream was always something everyone talking about it and wishing to have. But when the people come here, they're surprised about how hard to
It's
get.
hard. It's
Yeah,
hard.
how hard is it, and it's not that easy to make it happen.
Right. And something else is like I encounter somehow a victim mentality.
Mm-hmm.
People always complaining about everything. Um, that mentality will not help you. I mean, complaining will do absolutely nothing to you.
Mm-hmm.
Action will make changes in your life. Yeah, complaining will not help.
I know. I agree with that. Okay, let's go for the next one. Yeah, man, I was telling you about this American dream. I hope everyone dreaming about having the American dream find it, especially when you are here, people outside always looking at you and they are like, oh, he's in America. He hasn't like the American dream or you can do it. And when they know the situation here, they doesn't know, like I know people in Egypt, they're looking at me and say, oh, he's in the States and he's doing this and he's doing that. They don't know my situation, so I start feeling that.
They don't know the struggle you pass.
Yeah.
They don't know that sometimes you have to work overtime, that you have to pay rent,
Yeah.
that you have to pay all the bills. Yeah.
But I agree with you. You have to sit with yourself, know your expenses, know your salary, see how much you want to save. You have to sit like to live with a plan. That's what I always agree.
A budget.
A budget also.
Yeah, write it down. Honestly, that's something that is so simple and help a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Just write everything down. I make this much a month
Okay.
or a week, whatever you want to do, and this is my expenses.
Mm-hmm.
And start making numbers, and you will see clearly where the money is going.
Okay.
That will help a
Yeah,
lot.
I agree
will
with
help
that.
a lot,
Do you ever had a dream job or a dream something to do when you were young in Guatemala and you became here and
Sure.
what kind of stuff?
My dream job, and I don't even see it as a job,
Okay.
but my dream was to be a soccer player,
Okay.
a football player.
Okay.
That
I
was
think
my dream.
Too many people wanted to be like it was like the first thing growing up dream.
And that is something that I would never see as a job.
Okay,
You
yeah.
know, that will be something that I will.
It's
I
a
will
hobby.
Be,
You work
yeah, it's
in
a
your
hobby, and I'm gonna get paid to do something that I love, absolutely love to do.
Okay. Have you tried to work in this field or to do something around it?
Yeah, like I told you, I really love kids.
Uh-huh.
Also, if I got the time in the future, I want to have my soccer coach certificate.
Oh, okay.
So I can volunteer to be a soccer coach.
Okay.
You know, that will be something, another goal that I would love to achieve.
It was always a goal for me also.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I wanted to be a pilot because of my dad. He is working with airplane stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He's an engineer. But me, I want to be a pilot for the airplane he's doing it. And after that, I want to be a soccer player.
Yeah.
And now I really want to be in anything around this field. I want to take the coaching certificate, having a like academy for teaching kids soccer, anything.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have anything to be around this field.
Right.
It's always been a dream.
It's I feel like so much pleasure on teaching kids the stuff that I learned.
Mm-hmm.
To pass the knowledge that I have. That would be something really nice to do it.
Yeah, it's really, especially after all of these years with experiences, journey you've been in, I believe you know too much stuff, you can pass it to someone or at least help one person with these experiences you had. And during, after this soccer player dream, do you had another dream when you became an adult or growing up?
When you mention a pilot, that's something else that I dreamed about when I was a kid. But it was way too complicated, expensive, and it will be more like an impossible dream. So I know being a soccer player will be an easier dream to achieve.
Yeah, it can be for
but yeah, a pilot is something that I always also dreamt when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
Since the first time I flew in a plane, I was 10 years old, and I loved the experience. So also I had.
It was a dream. Yeah, I think it's everyone growing up dream, But would you go back to Guatemala anytime soon, or no? Only before the retirement.
To live there, maybe later in life.
For the retirement plan
to live, to live. To visit, yeah.
Okay. No, I mean to live.
To live, no. To live gonna be later in life.
Okay, yeah, I have the same about Egypt. And what things you really like about being in the state?
What I like about being in the States?
Being in the state here.
First of all, the opportunities that you got over here. Basically, back home, once you get a job, you basically marry to that job. Because if you leave that job, it's gonna be extremely complicated to find another job. Here in the States, if you don't like your job, you can just try to find something else to do. You know. The opportunities that I got in the United States are really good. I feel like if you put enough effort, you can achieve almost anything. I know personally some friends that they can barely write in Spanish, and they create their own construction company, and as of right now, they're very wealthy. So I'm just telling you, I feel the United States has a lot of opportunities for people that actually want to put the effort to work on the stuff they want to do.
I agree with that. I can agree with if you are a hard worker and you want to achieve something, you can do it here. But it's something we've been talking about a lot here, and we had discussed this a lot. I know you love history. Why exactly you love that history that much? Because we talk about history a lot. I'm also a big fan of history. But why? What made you attached to history that much?
I feel like if you can learn about history, you will not commit the mistakes that you will do in the future.
Okay.
The Mayans, I'm from Guatemala. The Mayan civilization was born back home, and they believe in something called Katum. Okay. Katum means like a circle.
Okay.
Life is a circle. Start here, goes, and it come back to the returning point.
Okay.
So basically, what he's saying, like, if we don't learn from our mistakes, we're gonna keep committing the same mistake over and over and over again. And I can see that through history that we're doing the same mistakes as right now.
It's always coming to do
always,
it again.
Always doing the same mistakes.
Okay, I can see that. What era or which country you are really fascinated about the history?
My favorite part of history is the Roman Empire.
Oh, really?
Roman Empire.
Why?
The Roman Empire, if you really pay attention, it was so powerful that it influenced us until now. And it influenced us on the language, on the laws. A lot of laws that we have right now come from the Roman Empire. The architecture. If you see the federal buildings in the United States, the shape of the buildings are inspired by the Roman Empire.
Okay.
People, they don't realize that, for instance, the word Sunday come from the Roman Empire.
Okay.
Salary. Salary is salarium in Latin. Salarium, it was salt. Whenever you work for the army, for the armed forces, they either pay you by coins or by salt, because salt was so expensive that it equals the salary you were getting. So they used to call it salarium, and salary come from that.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
If you know, the language they spoke was Latin, and Latin is what creates all the Romance languages. French, Spanish, Portuguese, Sardinian, Catalonian, Romanian, so, and bunch more, Those languages came from the Roman Empire.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it's impressive all the stuff they did. The laws, even people, they don't realize that the marriage as a social contract comes from the Roman Empire. They actually made the law to marry people because they want to create more citizens. So later, those citizens can join to the armed forces.
Ah, okay.
So that was the whole purpose of the marriage in the Roman Empire.
I think my next question, I can guess the answer, but if you can go back in time to any era to watch something of the history, where would you go?
The Roman Empire.
I know that, but do you have an exact something to see or exact something to watch?
Well, 3 things that I would love to watch in the Roman Empire if I could go back in time. The only problem is like they are so separated by time, you know. But one will be when Jesus was on earth.
Okay.
You know, I would love to be around the Holy Land when Jesus was walking.
You will go with the Roman, so you will
Like-
be
like-
against him.
The
You
what?
will be against him.
No.
You will go with the Roman.
Well, I'll be more like an spectator, you know.
Okay, just watching, observe.
Before watching.
Because if you went with the Roman, that's not the good part.
Yeah, that will be one of the parts of the Roman
You wanna
Empire that I
watch
would love
it,
to
yeah.
go. Also, I would love to go to actual Rome, the
Oh,
city of
to
Rome,
Rome, yeah, okay.
when they build the Colosseum to see the action of the Colosseum. That would be amazing if you
Okay.
really think about it. You
You
know,
can watch it at this
Um,
time. Okay.
and I don't know exactly how you call that in English, but when the Roman Empire was forming, there used to be another empire where, as of right now, is Tunisia. That is called the Carthaginians
Carthaginians.
Empire,
Or Carthage, yeah.
and they felt threatened by the new rising empire that was the Roman, and they declared war at the Romans, and they got 3 wars. And that part of history also will be interesting to witness, to see how a emerging empire destroyed the other empire. You know,
Yeah, but he made them scared. Like from Carthage, he was so close to Rome.
Yeah.
People in Rome was afraid of him
yeah,
at
they
this
were
time.
afraid of
And he is a small empire comparing to Roman
Yeah.
empire. And he made them scared a lot. So
right.
it's a very good. I love this story about the Tunisian and Carthage empire, and it's a really good story to hear. You know.
Right, and also there is something. I don't know if you had that saying in Arabic or English, but in Spanish we say something like "all the roads lead you to Rome."
Oh yeah, we have it. Yeah.
Because
Kullu
like
tuaddi ila Roma,
the
yeah.
Romans were the first empire that actually connect the whole empire by highways. So people used to like go around the whole empire on highways the Roman built.
Yeah, I know. They
Their
made it.
architecture is impressive. How come they were able to bring water to the city by aqueduct? That's impressive engineer. By the time they didn't have power tools to do it. That was mostly manual labor. That's impressive, you know, if you really pay attention to it. You know?
I love the Roman Empire, so it will be fun to watch, I guess.
Yeah, and also you can see, as of right now, if you compare United States with the Roman Empire, you can see a parallel. You know, the Roman Empire fell in 1473, I think, right? And being the most powerful empire, they ended up failing, and they fell because, first of all, the politics and the armed forces started getting corrupted. You know, the empire was divided in 2. Call me crazy, but I feel it's something similar to what's happening right now with the Republican and Democrats in the United States. They're going to the extremes.
I will tell you something I heard a few years ago, and I didn't believe at this time, but now I can see it. It was one of the very good economic people in Middle East, and he was talking. If you look at the history, every empire, it has an end, and with every empire end has another empire rise.
Really,
So
yeah.
look at the Egyptian, look at the Persian,
Yeah.
look even the Iraqi or Babylon at this time. Look at the Roman,
The Greeks.
the Greeks, even French,
the Spaniards too. The Spaniards used to be an empire.
And the French and the British
Yeah.
and the American.
Yeah.
So the American, maybe it's not the typical old emperor it was to be, but somehow it's an emperor. Maybe it's a modern emperor, but still it's an emperor. She, like America, invaded the world economically with the dollar. So if you look at it now, the emperor is divided, as you said. It's going down. People are trying to find another ways to be against it in any other ways. So do you think that means the American emperor, it may go down? Because as I said, it's always have an end.
That's the reason I was telling you that history repeats itself all the time. It's like a circle repeats itself. And I do believe that it could be a chance. But that's the reason I will encourage everyone to read history so we can extend that period. Like it could take longer for it to happen. That will be something that I will say.
It's something to consider.
Yeah, Even the Roman Empire was in so many wars, and wars require money. And I feel there's something similar happening right now. So many fronts open, and to me it's a big mistake. To me, but I'm not on the military leadership, so I don't know if they got different information that I do. But I feel it's a mistake.
Yeah, but even it's not a war like a machine or guns war anymore. It's an economic war. It's a mentally war. They invaded countries now by social media, by too much stuff. They even destroy the country before they even go to fight it.
Right.
So it's not a war, you can say, but look at what's happening in the world now. The new generation is affected.
Yeah,
that's a war.
Something else is for politicians. It's a very good idea, or it's very beneficial to a lot of politicians that we are divided by either by religion, by political views, by sex, by race. It's beneficial for it because they can they already got a target. They can target those people. It's yeah.
It's a very something like at least think about it because it's really I hear this guy at this time and I said I don't think USA can fall that easy, like even it's an emperor, but it will not fall that easy like the other emperors. But if you look at in the back, the emperor were even stronger.
If you go back, the Babylonians were super powerful, and they ended up falling to the Persian. Also, something that was very amazing was the Macedonian, the Greek Empire with Alexander the Great.
He was
that was
almost
powerful.
He was almost invading the world,
And they ended up failing too. Nobody when the empires is at its peak, they feel like nothing can happen. But you can reach a peak and then start coming down.
He always coming down.
Yeah,
because as I said, there is empire rising, there is empire down, there is another empire rising, and maybe it will fall down after. So this is the history, as you said, it's always repeating themselves, but in the modern way.
So you have to read history, people.
It helps. It really helps.
Yeah, actually, it also opens up your mind. The same thing that traveling. It opens, like I said at the beginning, when you live in a country, you live in a comfort zone, in a bubble. When you travel to a different country, it's mind opening. It opens your mind to different experiences. I will recommend everyone to travel and read history.
It's really good. It's really good to see other culture people and talking with another people to open up your mind about the new life you don't even know about it, or new problems people having you don't know about it here.
Yeah.
But let's go for the next step, which is I know we had too much time to talk about it. It's a very controversial. I know. I hope. Okay. I hope I don't get cancelled because of you.
I'm curious now. What is it?
I'm talking about what do you think about the dating life in the States here, or maybe Florida from the beginning?
Dating. Okay.
I know you have your own opinion.
That was another cultural shock when I moved to the States.
Oh, really?
Super cultural shock. Because I come from a place that is very conservative. It's very family oriented.
Okay.
So I remember when I first moved to the States, after a couple months, I met these guys. They were Cubans and Puerto Ricans.
Okay.
So one night they called me and invited me to the nightclub.
Mm-hmm.
I was very naive, very shy.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up going with them to the nightclub, and I remember I was in one corner by myself and they were like dancing, drinking. I didn't know what to do. It was my first time in an actual nightclub. And I remember they met these girls and they ended up going home and having sex with them.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that was mind-blowing.
Mm-hmm.
Because, for us and our culture, sex is something very personal, something that it's like a precious gift that you give to someone. When you actually serious, about having a relationship that might lead to a marriage. But when I first came over here and sex was given so easily, it was a cultural shock too. Like you hit a wall.
Okay.
Like I couldn't comprehend that part.
In the beginning, it
At
wasn't
the
that
beginning,
easy to
now I understand. But like the beginning, it was like a cultural shock.
Actually, I would say it was something similar to me. I didn't understand how that easy it's going here, but maybe because they believe it's.
It's more. I feel it's more like a sexualized culture.
Do you feel here too much sexual attraction over anything else? Like people like each other over sexual attraction before they even go for the really more important things, which is personality, other stuff to think about it?
I think so. People first of all have sex and they ask for the names.
That's why I said we will get cancelled because of it. Okay.
I don't think I said anything wrong.
Okay. Makes sense actually.
I mean, if sex is the only thing you're looking for, that's fine. But if you want to create connection in a family or something in the future, it should be first of all creating the connection, and the last thing will be sex.
Do you find this very hard to find here? Like someone looking for a serious, family-oriented?
Yes, and I might be wrong, but I have a theory for that.
What is it?
I feel that a lot of girls and guys, both, they are raised in a single parent house.
Okay.
And I feel like that creates I don't know how to explain it, like a lack of love, and they couldn't have that at home. They're trying to find something outside. I feel like when a kid is raised in a family, when you got dad and mom every day, that kid is raised very mentally stable.
Okay.
When it comes from a single parent, I feel, and like I said, I have no data to back me up. It's just my own theory. It's not the same. It's a kid doesn't raise in the same way. They lack they raise with a lack of a lot of things.
Like
especially
having
especially love.
Okay, like they are missing a few emotions.
Right. And
they're
trying to find that in somebody else outside.
Yeah, I hear this word daddy issues or something, like she's looking for someone to be in her dad's shoes or something, like she looking for a dad in somehow. Or but also I find even not just girls here, even guys also having a problem in dating life. Like they also are not really serious. Maybe they are not looking for the marriage. They are taking so long to get married. Like they can be in a relationship for years without even asking the girl to marry. For me, that was a culture shock. For like how you can be in a relationship with a girl for 7 years and not asking her to marry you. What you are waiting more to know?
Yeah.
What else in 7 years you need to know more?
Right.
Understand? So that takes so long to understand. 7 years is so long to do that, and even 4 or 5 years is a lot to be in a relationship, and you are not sure if you should marry her or not.
Yeah.
So.
See, I heard this. I was listening to this podcast, and this guy, he says he's a lawyer. he was advising guys to do not marry, especially if you create some have a wealth before getting married. And like I said, this is something that I heard. I'm not a lawyer, but he said on the Western world, basically marriage is something that absolutely has zero benefits to a guy, especially it's more beneficial to a girl. And the reason is because he said he presented data. 80% of the divorce in the United States are presented by females.
Okay.
And usually they kept half of the wealth of the guy. So the guy ended up losing a lot.
Okay.
And either having issues to see the kids if they got kids, you know. So he was recommending people, guys, especially boys, do not marry. You know, just live together. Like I said, that's something that I heard. I had no proof because I'm not on that topic.
Yeah.
But it could make sense. The reason also, you know.
That's crazy to ask people like this, but I'm talking from the background I came from. Like where I came from is about getting marriage is a goal. We are not dating for dating. We are not dating for anything. You date to marry, to build a family. So for me, asking someone not getting married, that's crazy. But also, let's say something, because they get whatever they want before even do anything. Yeah. Like in the first few dates, you can do everything. So after a year or two, you already having everything in the relationship. So what the marry would add for you as a guy? This is a problem here.
Yeah, it's like I heard this saying, why would you buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? You know? So,
okay.
Well, okay. Yeah, I mean...
That makes sense. Okay, I can see that. But, yeah, it's a very controversial, and people will agree or disagree in this point. But for me, marriage, it was always a goal for us to build a family, to have a stable life. Being here in this, whatever happening now here, it's not what I used to. That's why it was a culture shock for me.
But marriage should be like a team. You know, the team point towards the goal, you know. And marriage should be like that, you know.
It's a partnership.
It's a partner, and you're working for the same goal. You know, you should help each other. You should raise each other. And sometimes it could be controversial when I express myself that males and females are completely different. We are not the same. It doesn't mean that males are better than females or vice versa. It means that we are so different that we complement each other. That's my explanation. But yeah, marriage should go towards... or any relationship should go towards working and helping each other to grow and improve each other.
Are you gonna, like, if you get married, you gonna do half and half, or like because you said she work and help, so does that mean you're gonna half and half, or you will be the provider of the house?
Okay, so based on my culture, the man is the provider. Okay. The man is always the one to provide for his family. But I feel like it could be a mix. Of course, if I had to do it, I'll do it, and I have no issue with it. But I'm open if she wants to help as well, you know. But it would not be mandatory. I can do it myself.
Okay. Do you feel getting married when you were young is better, or like taking your time to grow up? Because I saw, but not here, but in general, too many people getting into serious relationship or getting married younger somehow, and after that they getting divorced and having kids or something when they are very young. And that's too many single dad or single mom now when they are, because they started very early or have this family very early. Do you think doing it when you are young is a good idea, or you have to wait until certain age?
Let's say I have a friend, or a son, or anyone that is younger. The advice that I will give him as a male, it will be to marry after 30 for a guy. Because I feel like we guys, males, boys, we mature later.
Okay.
I feel like when a girl is on her 20s, she's more mature.
She grew up faster.
Right. So when we are on our 20s, we still behave like a kids. We are immature. So for a guy, will be better to get married after 30. First of all, because you're gonna have you're gonna be more mature, and you're gonna have economically stability. While you're younger, you don't have those things. And for a girl, I will tell her to try to find a husband when she is in her 20s.
I think 25 is a good age.
Yeah,
from
for
25
girl.
to 28 or something. That's a good age. But before 30s, not younger than
Yeah.
25, you need to be also growing up enough. You know what you want in your life and what kind of guys you want in your life to be your partner. Anyway, we're usually doing a game in every episode. In this game, it's like imagining game. I will let you know, ask you about something, and you tell me why or whatever what is, and 3 description of it. Okay.
Okay.
So let's start with favorite color.
So I have to say it right now?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, we are not leaving before you say that. So we have to sit and you let me know.
Okay, so favorite color. As a color per se, I don't have a favorite color, but I like cars.
Okay.
So in a car, my favorite color will be a red color.
Red color.
Red color.
Why?
Kind of like Ferrari. Because I don't know, because like I said, I love cars, and the red remind me to like sport car.
Okay.
You know.
Is it give you any feeling about seeing a red car in front of you? Like when you see a red car, does it give you a description of something? Like fast, speed,
Yeah, like I
powerful?
said, it made me think about like a sporty. Something sporty. Something, yeah, to have fun.
Okay.
Yeah. To take the top down on a summer day. You know.
Okay. I can see that. I'll let you know what that means later. And if you have a favorite animal.
Only one.
Yeah. And 3 reasons why.
That's tough because if I had to say one, I might say a dog.
A dog.
Yeah.
Why?
Dog. First of all, dogs are very loyal.
Okay.
That's a quality that I really respect from any person.
Okay.
Loyalty. Dogs are some, because I always been around friendly dogs. I consider them also friendly.
Okay.
And also dogs are very smart.
Smart.
Smart, yeah.
Okay. This is
So they are the 3 qualities that I.
Okay, that's very fair enough. And do you love the sea?
Oh yeah.
Like the beach? You
yeah,
love it?
Yeah, it's one of the most beautiful landscapes that you can encounter.
Okay, if you are in front of sea now, can you describe it? Like, tell me 3 things about the sea, what you like about it?
The ocean, the sea, I imagine myself something similar to the Caribbean Sea or the Red Sea. You know, something like very crystal clear water with white sand.
No, give me the feeling it give it to you. What kind of feeling you get from the sea when you see it?
Relaxation.
Okay.
Enjoyment. Happiness.
Okay.
You know.
So you love it, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. This is let's see. You can imagine a wall, and I mean a wall, not a fence.
Oh.
You can see a wall here.
I see Donald Trump.
Don't jump it. Don't teach people how to jump the fence here.
No, a wall.
If you can see a wall and describe it, what does that mean to you?
An obstacle that you have to defeat. Defeat, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me 3 words, like 3 description for that wall. What does that give it? What kind of meaning it give it to this wall?
Yeah, like I said, an obstacle. Something that you have to work hard to pass.
Okay.
To go.
To work hard for it. Okay.
Yeah. So that would be.
Okay. So I will let you know now. The color is yourself. How you like to see yourself. So maybe you like to see yourself cool somehow.
Yeah.
You like to be this cool person or easy to go, like modern maybe, I don't know, but this is how you describe it yourself. The animal is your partner. How you like your partner.
I
so
like
you
that.
said loyal,
Yeah.
friendly, and smart. You like your partner at least have this qualities.
Right. Loyalty is the most important
Yeah.
thing that any human being can give it to you.
So this is how you. It's they say that game is subconsciously linked with whatever you want. So they always say that. And sea or ocean is the love. How you see love. So it gives you relaxation, happiness.
Yeah.
So it makes sense actually how you love, because not everyone see it the same way, but you see love this way. It's really a good something for you.
Mm-hmm.
And the wall beside Trump, the wall is marriage. How you see marriage in your life. So you said you need to work hard for
Also, I see
to make it success.
Okay. Okay, never mind.
I hope you don't marry Donald Trump or something.
Mary, do you see a ranch man over there?
So this is how you see how the marriage mean to you. It's something like you really need to work hard for it. You need to fight for it. You know.
Okay.
So that's actually reasonable answers for you. I would see it. You know, the games always is not really 100% accurate.
Yeah.
But somehow when you listen to it, you will start link it with
Yeah.
life.
No, but I agree with you. I never been married, but I'm pretty sure marriage is something really hard, and you have to work hard to solve the issues. I mean, that's the whole idea.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a lot of obstacles.
Mm-hmm.
The idea is like not give up. Like, oh, the first obstacle, I'm getting divorced. No, work through it.
Fight for
it.
to make it work, and after years it will be even better
Yeah.
because you're used to it, both of you.
Mm-hmm.
But I like this is you like it and you agree with it, and I hope you enjoyed it, man.
Yeah, sure. That was very nice.
Thank you for coming here, and it was fun episode. I hope the people enjoy it. I hope we didn't get cancelled. And if you really like the episode, hopefully give us a like, share, and subscribe, and see you next time.
Don't press the dislike button, please.
Yeah.